Hello everybody and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm. Now, welcome to episode 30. I mean, honestly, did you believe I'd get this far? Honestly, I don't think I did. But, as a result, we're finally going to do something I've been saying we should be doing for about the last 7 episodes. I believe the setup here should give you an idea of what we're about to do. We're going to clear that silage pit. Now, we're just going to sell it because I don't really need the silage. I remember I originally said I was going to use the conveyor belts. Now, unfortunately, my reading online tells me they're still having the bug where conveyor belts lose a large amount of your product, and I don't want that, so that ain't happening. I'm pulling this guy out because there is some stone picking that will need to be done later. Obviously, I'm not doing it now because I'll need the leave here. Basically, field 50. Still want stone picking, then it can be ready to be planted. As you can see here on our fields, that's probably going to be ready next time, which is just oats, which we'll be able to feed into our mill. Come into, is anyone here? You run out, and you'll be out of room. Yeah, so there'll be oats to come next time, which we'll be able to go into here. Lettuce. And the other plan today is to get the lettuce sold. The corn and the sunflowers have to wait to grow, but the lettuce I can do today. But let's start off by giving these guys jobs. Create job, load and deliver. Unloading station on the biogas plant. Loading position where he's stood. Start job. So it shouldn't go till he's full. I'm going to do the same with this guy. Once again, biogas plant, loading position, start job. So basically they're going to sit there. It's going to cost me a little bit to sit there, but still I find it easier. I've got this one here. I'll either set this one off or I might drive this one myself. Basically, I know it's not what you want to see, folks, but I'm hoping I should be better at these than last time. Hopefully my time loading bales recently as well should help me understand this leave here a little bit more. But obviously we need this clearing out because we've since cut that other field again. Now I still stand by my plan is to not actually unload it this time. It's not collected, probably not even next time. I might try and get 3 cuts in. Basically, as long as it's not so much that it lifts the mower off the floor, we should be sound. You see, if I start just loading these guys up, they shouldn't move until they're full, I don't think. Pull this up. M2 went over, put that to 95. Do the same with this guy. So yeah, they won't move away basically till I've filled them. But they should move away, go and unload, and then eventually come back. Finish up where they are. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how it goes in practice. Obviously I've tried to position them so they won't collide with each other when they come back, but we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, there was about 500,000 litres in here, wasn't there? 550, which these two together are going to take out 90. Fair demon it goes up to 120 because that's 44,000 litres in that trailer. I'm sorry about the thing staying on the very because I've got the bale on top of our garden. I could take the bale off. I like the fact it's just keeping that topped up because obviously that's producing one of the products we're going to be moving today. 2,000 litres of lettuce is 4 pallets. I'll probably just chuck that in the back of the pickup. Running around to whoever's got the best price. So folks, I'm trying not to whip the camera around too much. So we're looking at what, 8,500 litres. It's what, a 40,000 litre trailer. So we're looking at about 5 scoops. Should have it somewhere near full. I think the hill's not helping me. Is one of the reasons why it's catching so much. Yeah, the fast track should live up to its name. The other fast track as well should. Then once we've done this, we can get the stone picking done. And at the moment, we've got that little bit of a lull I talked about in the last episode, how you have loads of time where things are happening and then all of a sudden it all seems to stop at once. It's not a bad thing, like, I'm not arguing, because it's giving us a chance to... Like I say, I think I first talked about this job in about episode 22, and here we are in friggin' 30. We're just now at a point where I think I've got the time to do this. Obviously the money as well is going to be useful, because we managed to clear the loan in the last episode, which is great. Really happy about that. Now my next plan is using sort of this kind of money. I mean, what's the price on silage today? 302, so it's not bad. If we can use this, we can leave, say, having bought, say, a couple more fields, then that's obviously going to push us forward. So my plan is now for the big crescendo of this series is going to be the sugar beets. But once I've done that, and I've done that level of VIP here, the straw's not going to be difficult, the honey's not going to be too difficult, the sugar beets. Once we've done that, that's going to be where I'm going to end this series. So this should be the last. I don't know if it's going to take all of this. Okay, how full are you at that point? 90. Oh, so I'll take another half a scoop. Once I've loaded this one, I will do a bit on time lapse just so you guys aren't having to sit through the pain of me doing this like this. Right, so this should be about half of the scoop will go into him, and that should fill him. And there you are, pal, you're full, bugger off. And there he goes. Hopefully he doesn't take the front off the class. No, he hasn't. So he should go off, sell that, and then come back and finish up in about pretty much the same position he was in. Possibly a little too close to the pit, but when I was trying to make sure I could fit them both reasonably close by. So anyway, I shall keep going at this. I shall probably set the third one off. And then if I've got the time, it'll be a case of swapping the forks onto this and then taking the straw, the lettuce that's built up by our farm, by our garden, and putting it on. Probably the McCluskey flatbed, because the other ones, unless I went and sold, the other one's full of eggs and honey, which I could go and sell this episode as well. I might do, yeah. Anyway, folks, I'll speak to you in a bit. Welcome back, folks. As you can see, I've just literally got surprised there by the actually taking the trip right round because of where I've put him. That's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 loads have been sold, plus that product. As you can see, we've already made good money, I mean, already if I wanted. Oh, I just found cotton on there. A few of these fields are sort of becoming within reach. Wait a second, how's it saying that that one's... Why is that one coming up red? I see, because it's cheaper. I get it. It's confusing me like that. And these two are a possibility. What have we got on them right now? Both got usable crops for me on, which is nice. I never thought the AI would do that. That's my pickup. The old fast track still doing its bit. Yeah, I honestly never thought they'd come round there. That is... that is pretty cool. I'm impressed by that. I truly am. So as soon as he gets back into where he wants to be, I will... start loading up again. I'm hoping the gaps in here might actually be pretty good for me. Give me the time to load them, but not end up with too many of them queuing. And see if we can get all this cleared. Certainly this today, preferably this morning, because then this afternoon we can get to stone picking and those other little jobs I want to do. Okay, my pickup's designed to go a real obscure route, but let's leave him to it. Now let's try something here quickly, because that's you in it. Yeah, cancel that job. Put you up here, because that's where the letter stuff is up there, so I'm going to have to use this because it's my only piece of pallet handling equipment, so I've changed the end on it. I probably should have a front loading tractor, but I got rid of the one I had, as you guys saw. I suppose I could fit to one of them. I'm sure certainly the Massey can take a front loader. I don't know about any of my others. But maybe it would be worth having a second machine capable of doing it just in case. Unless I borrowed the forklift from the shop, but I mean, sending a flatbed up there to go and get it, which I don't want to do it now. Worker H, which one? Oh, hello. You come in this way. They always say they're a little bit blocked when they first come out of there. As long as they don't actually act up on it and decide to go home because they can't get moving, I don't overly mind. There we are, nice and full. So we're only getting about 14 grand, which I think is just a combination of this maps economy setting I've got, which isn't on some maps I've seen, as you know, huge amounts. You guys have seen yourself, but it's all money in the right direction. Like I say, I'd really like to be able to buy a couple more. If I can buy them fields that are nearly ready to harvest, and that means obviously immediately we've got usable crops. I'm sure I don't need to explain the advantage there. As you can see, what I said, the timings could be quite good because just as I'm finishing this one, the second one appears to be rolling around the back. See the seagull right round as well. Does he attempt to come in here? Looks like he's going around too. Oh, that's nice. So I'm going to quickly just go and move. Just I want to make sure he's not in the way of them. I don't think he is. I think he's well clear of the grass, isn't he? But what I can do with this is move it down towards here. Obviously, the lettuce once we collect it is down there. Let's see here, all this. We might as well take it all. I think each one's 500, so we need 4 of them for the contract, but by taking 8 of them, we're just going to ensure we get a decent payout. That will probably be about ready to be filled. In fact, what was I doing there? Oh, no. I reckon that will be not far off full. Which could mean I could send a load of that to be sold. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, there we are, he's full. So if I can tell this to deliver it to the dairy. Dairy, 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 dairy. He's not said no yet. No, he looks he's saying off it. Just hope that tractor's not going to be in his way. I bet it is, you know. Can he sneak around it? He's trying. Nope, he can go right to the back of it. Send him over the rock. There you go, you muppet. Meanwhile, we get on with this. So again, so each one of these is like 44 and the other one, I think over, that's like 120 odd per trip. So there's probably still another 3 sets after this. Man, and I'm planning to do more next time. I really do like to punish myself, don't I? But, like I say, the goal is buy land, and then use land to plant a load of sugar beets on, so when the time comes... Is that the JCB back already? Yeah, he seems to have got back quick. That's because I've been dicking around with other things, I've lost time. Oh well. Get this guy loaded up quickly. Hopefully if it does the same and goes right round as well though. I should have the time. I suppose... Damn it, he's turning up here. I wonder why he decides to be different. Ah, luckily he's not going to crash into it, instead he's just blocked by it. Well, he just has to wait a minute. He has to wait a minute. This is his speed that's been an issue because he's probably come all the way back at like 40 odd miles an hour again. Whereas obviously the class isn't a high speed tractor, it's only a 32. Going there, I reckon he's probably slower because he's got less horsepower. I was weighing up the options beforehand as to whether I put him on it or whether I put the big New Holland on it. In the end, I thought, well, it's not going to give. If it's a bit slower getting there, it's a bit slower getting there. But I figured that, and plus I wanted the New Holland to go and do the stone picking on field 50. I say he has now claimed to a stop, so I'll figure that out in a second. I don't know whether to sell the contents of the silage in the bunkers, or I might just leave that till the price is higher. We can have a big selling day on that because, well, as I've demonstrated, that new mixer gun means I don't need a lot of it. So it's pure purpose round here. This is going to be for money. Taking a product that's growing in abundance really easily and selling it for big profit. And I am totally okay with that. And this one should fill it, I hope, yeah. leave figures going out of the way. Jump into this one. I'm going to drive it round, I'm going to set it off from over there, then hopefully it triggers it into going there every time. Bring him round here. Ah, the first one is just selling now. So if I literally pull this guy to out here, and I make the game save. You do know it's start over there. Right, there you are. So hopefully I'm going to start from over there. On. Is he selling the milk? Is that why I've got another? Where's the dairy? Is you? He's there. That's where the dip. You're now in a tree because of course you friggin' are. Ah, it's working so well before and now it isn't. I'm annoyed. That's the milk, 20 grand, not bad. Right then, let's create a job. Loading position. There. Middle of the yard facing that way, so no need to start doing 3-point turns. That will do. Probably also found a way that he's off the worst of like the rough angles. You can see that's probably the... Now we have to watch because that pickup will have access to the full top speed. And I was kind of worried that he'll end up like badly crashing it. You see, we're getting through this pit slowly, not as quickly as you guys would like, but this is all for the money. If I have a look at it, I'm going to be just about ready to buy my first piece of land. Pretty soon. I should also check if there's any contracts to do, if there's a couple of good transport jobs. In fact, it's worth checking, is there like a freaking silage one or silly? Not really, no. There's one for like silage, we could maybe do a two birds one stone situation here, but alas, not to be the case. I mean, I could pull that other 30,000, I could pull the 66 I suppose, but I've said before, I find using forage wagons a little silly for this kind of work. I could pull the 2 shanty on the back of one of the 8S or something, but I feel that 3 on this is quite enough. So I'm going to do that between jobs. Grab hold of him. Send him up towards field 50. He's not blocked or unreachable. Well, I'm going to have to get this guy going soon because the other one's on his way back. I'm hoping this should be the last scoop for this guy. I think C, the first one, is the milk tanker. I didn't expect to call that, but can't be far off full, but we'll just keep going, so be it. There we are. You should know. Sorry, just the fact that makes the time that I find quite funny. So these are them two going to cause each other problems as he goes out of the yard. Looks like they have. You numpties. You stop staring that way, you come here. That's just going to knacker you both, innit? Right, you're full, so you don't need to. There, flaming things. Meanwhile, he's. Double check, it's still the best place to sell it because the price is obviously dropping. Where else can we sell sandwiches? Is there a better price elsewhere? Oh, we're nearly. That's my own. I can't sell to that. But we may hit a point where the annual dealer makes more sense. But anyway, talking about. If we're going to be buying land, these two to me make the most sense together. I would like these two, but obviously the money there. That's 580,000 in those two, or under 400 in those two. I know which one makes the most sense to me. I'm just waiting for the tractor to get round. Shit, the tanker's in his way. I think you guys know for a fact I suck at reversing these things. It's just such a sharp point between. It's turning a little bit to it's jackknifed. You got so little sort of like playroom. That's what I hate. Come on. There we go. He's obviously now back here waiting for me, so now I'm going to fill this guy up. Because I'm pretty sure the air can't sell the animal deal because it's not a great access angle. And it becomes the point where do we just get... We need to clear this pit, basically. There's no two ways about that now. We can clear it into our storeroom, to our silo, but I just don't think that helps us. But obviously, by us selling all of this, we're starting to tank the value a little bit. Hopefully no other farmers are going to sell at the same time because we're going to be causing major upsets on the markets. If I take it to that mixed feed mixer, I can't actually sell to it. I can only put it into my own stockpile. So even though the game's giving me a price, because the game has to, because it's a sell point, it's actually pretty useless to me. Notice this, how much does it cost us to buy the biogas plant? You have to buy the piece of land it's on. Now the piece of land is not expensive. If the piece of land comes with the biogas plant, we then run a very different... Because once we own it, we don't get sole server, we sell it as power. We make digestate, which is basically free fertilizer. I'm seriously thinking that's a good option here. Now I assume if I buy the land I just automatically buy, and I can do a couple of upgrades on it so it'll have decent capacity. Then we just get the price for selling the power it creates. God, that's got me seriously tempted now, learning that's actually as cheap as it is. We know those passive income things at that point, then we'll put into it when we can. It's probably worth checking, because you can see we're certainly going to be able to produce plenty of silage. Once I have this messing up, I'll probably whack down that silage. The big blue penis, as Chris labelled it. I'll whap that down and use that in the future rather than this way, but still, this is a farm that's doing a lot of heavy silage work, so... That's that guy full. Let's hope they can do this without interfering with each other this time. Meanwhile... So we should now own the biogas plant. No, we don't. Do we have to buy the biogas plant as well? Oh. Yes, 1.5 million. Okay, well, scrap that. I'm going to give him the land back. Wow, did you see how the game conned me there? Land, where is it? Purchase 114, sold for 93. I'm actually going to give myself the money back there, folks. I don't feel that that was right at all. $20,752. I'm going to give myself that back. Because I feel that we were kind of conned there. Because if I'd have known I had to buy the... But it was so much I wouldn't have bought that piece of land. So we'll keep at it the way it is for now. Apparently, I know it's going to tank the price. It's supposed to be 20. So basically, we've got at least another 2 trips for every tractor. So yeah, we're going for a little bit longer yet. I still haven't moved that lettuce. Oh, near that home user. I mean, there's a couple of like front like wheel loaders. Oh, wait, another one. I'm tempted by that guy. I'm not gonna lie. But again, I know how good. Look at that base. Look at that beauty. You know how much I like fence. I'll think about it while we do this bit. I don't know if you saw that, folks, but the last price I just got was awful. I think we may have actually tanked the price a little bit. I'll go at 10k, so I think actually I'm going to leave this one here now, which I didn't expect to be saying. So we are going to pause this for now. We might just do the rest of them another day. Let me draw that down. So yeah, I'm gonna sell that lettuce to finish up. I think so. I jump into you guys, part the trailer up. And I had the little old fast track with the last one that goes up there. And we've made good money out of it. And we've still got quite a lot left. Reminds me actually, how much is it to upgrade the 55,000 per level? So like I could upgrade that. Oh, actually, he's not got a lot of storage left, he hasn't. Well, in that case, then if I can take his out of here, can't I? Take his out of there. What was it? Mineral feed for straw, hay and silage as well down. I think I have good amounts of both in here, yeah I do. Well, this guy, it can take only the bag plant's full. Looks like maybe that's why I didn't get good money maybe. Ah yeah, I think I might have accidentally filled the biogas plant. Oops. Right then, okay, so that's not what I expected. Let's see, I'll just go and pick up these lettuce pallets onto that trailer. We'll take those and sell them where the best price is. That means we're just waiting for the corn and sunflowers on this harvest. So I might as well fill this guy back up because if I got it full now, it's... Well, I want it. Does these contacts have refreshed at all? Sugar beet. Something we're going to look very familiar with before too long. I will probably move that silage that's left into the pit, into the silo then, just because I think that's going to be the easiest. Gonna get it out of the way. But I'll probably do that off air, just so you're not boring you guys with yet more of me failing to shovel things effectively. Park this up. I'm going to take the sort of the pallet fork and go and load that flatbed with lettuce. I noticed there was a couple of pallets of honey as well. I might just load them onto it. It can probably be sold at the same place, I would imagine. How many pallets of eggs? 2 full pallets of eggs as well. Probably sell a lot, to be fair. That farm shop, I'd imagine, will take them all. So he's probably coming back with most of what he's got on board, let's be honest here. Meanwhile, I'm going to swap this over, so let's... I said, this guy's turned out to be the MVP of this series, he really has. It was a bit of an offhand thing, I decided to buy the loading shovel rather than like a telehandler. But I'm really glad I did. Nothing else, its extra weight I feel is coming very useful. This guy's near, well, because once I've done this, I'm going to need to send the loading shovel over there. Like I say, when moving like bales and stuff, the sheer weight of this thing just means it doesn't get moved around as much, doesn't get tipped as easily. Hay, lime, oat, stuff like silage, straw, and a little bit of wheat. Yeah, like for this job it's massively overkill. I really don't mind that fact. Snuck it through here. Wonder if I can get 4 at once. Probably if I get the angle right. Yep, there's 4 at once. And it's not risking tipping over or anything while lifting it. This is what I hate. The only thing I hate with them because obviously I've put them down on there now, but I physically cannot pull this out straight. Not unless I lift back up. Basically, I need to get to a position where I'm putting these on this trailer dead straight, which I might have just made a little bit easier by accident. I'm going to end up using super something. I do apologise folks, I know it's not realistic, but goddamn washing line. I'm making this a lot harder than it really needs to be, aren't I, folks? Try and gently shove that off there. And pop off the side. Luckily for me, the pallets in FS have a bit of a self-righting thing in them. You know what, I'm always going to handball this just to... You guys have watched me fight with this loading shovel long enough tonight. I'm sure you'd grant me this one discretion. I'll move this over here. And lift, thank you. And like I said, I noticed there's a couple of pallets of eggs and a couple of pallets of honey. I'll probably chuck them on as well. Take them all up to the farm shop. That seems a good place to sell them. Obviously, going to sell more silage once it's worked through what it's got in stock. I've overloaded it. I should have remembered that the stuff like that has limits on what they'll take per day. But anyway, getting these loaded now shouldn't take me too long. I realise I've got an odd number of lettuce pallets now thanks to that, but I have a plan for that. I can't quite tell what happened there. All I know is it wasn't good. Yeah, I suddenly realised I only got paid 10 grand. I'm like, what? And then it dawned on me, I'm guessing that because it's full, it only took like a fraction. And then has paid me for that. As you can see, we need 2,000 litres. That should already be 4,000. Because each one of these pallets is 500 litres. You know what, I'm going to jump cut when I finish loading this. And there we are, folks. So as I say, I'm going to grab them other two. As you can see there, the stone picker. I hate FS physics at times. The stone picker is now ready to be unloaded, so I need to do for that. He's on his way back with most of a full load left because that's how it's worked. It's sold a tiny bit and then he's bringing the rest back. I'll swap this guy back to the booking. I'll send him over to the New Holland. Huh? Joys of a good off-roader. Back to the bucket he knows so well. Probably actually send him by the fuel and add blue. Send him the fuel pump. Looking at it. Scramble a few chickens on my way. there going to be enough in there? I'm not sure. If there isn't, then that's just the way you go sometimes. And well, we got these here. I'm hoping this stuff will give me enough to at least be able to buy, you know, one of the pieces of land we're thinking about at the end of this episode. Also, do I go down the avenue of like a nice big bank loan? I kind of don't want to, but not being able to sell all the sides in one go has kind of scuppered my plans. I'm going to be really careful this trailer does not. This trailer doesn't seem to like being loaded like this. But as I say, I'm easily past the 2,000 litres I need to send out to call it. That part of the VIP done. As I say, next time we're going to have all that out to harvest on Mega Field 1. I think he's doing third, they're doing alright. Same time, probably worth putting some more into them next time. And it could actually be a good job for just before I leave, couldn't it? While I've got the digger over here, put a little bit of wheat that's there in for them. Putting the eggs on the back. You can see. I'm going to send this guy up to like here. I'll pick him up once he gets there. Okay, so it's you that stopped working because he's unreachable apparently. I haven't sent it yet. I was about to say, wait, that's the shovel got there. I haven't actually sent it yet, have I? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, there goes my flatbed. So yeah, next time, hopefully, by the looks of it, Megafield 1's ready for harvesting. It says this guy wouldn't nothing out of diesel. No, not quite actually. Surprised me. Turn that off. Then once he's out of the way, I'll use it to fill this up with wheat, which I'll pour into the chickens. I can say, probably even not between episodes actually. I'll be off air at another point. I will just clear this pit out. We're not in any desperate rush for the pit space yet, so it's not going to take any hurt being in there. But if I wait until silage prices are really good, so I can recover from me accidentally flooding the market. Don't do it deliberately, honestly, just it's the way it happened. Man, I hate trailers that try and steer as you're reversing. Forwards with a bit of steer on, great, helps you get into tight corners, lovely. Reversing to me just makes it awkward because you just need to change where your turning angle is. Yeah, I really wish I could clear all this junk out of here. It's like such a great little parking place if there wasn't all that stuff in there. And then into this guy. Run over the chicken. What I want, because it's annoying me that's in there, is that because I may as well do is put that in here. Just gives them plenty of food. Is giving them happy giving them producing eggs, hopefully. Right, now I want you to go to that field. Okay, he's waiting for you. I need to put you away, which will mean, well, I need to put the silage in the pit, and then the trailer away, and then park this up. I'll need to go at some point and refill that fuel trailer as well. It's getting well down. Obviously, I've been trying to fill the tractors when I've been up in the town. Not always possible. Whoops. Oopsie. Hey. That's only 200,000 litres of silage in there already. As I actually pushed the front of the trailer through the floor. I think it has, you know. It has, look, you can see how it's stuck in it. Come on. Trick occasionally is this. Apologies to anybody who suffers motion sickness, that probably drove you mad. But, I wonder what it does if I take that off. Because I've got that over there. That's got rid of all that. So I now try and connect with all that I've taken off. I'm assuming it's been using that to connect to this trailer. So quite rightly you won't let you close to be able to pick up with that. So it's that one I need on there. I'm actually kind of glad that's what he did, because that's like the funniest option he could have picked. Wow, do you think I drive? I bounce off everything that stands still long enough and several things that don't. Let's get this parked. This guy's looking rather mucky right now, but I actually quite dig that look on it. Pull this guy right into here. Perfect. Gonna hope you are now waiting where I wanted you to. So I'm hoping the farm shop should buy all of these. All of these in one go. And like I say, it'll count towards, he'll get rid of that. That lettuce craving it has. Wow, yeah, the money is going up quite well. It's over 300k. And then, sorry it's taking me so long to get here, pal. You know how things go at times. That's another 18 grand. And that's 2,000 litres of stones, which, as you know, means 4,000 litres of lime. So anyway, let's talk serious. Let's talk shop for a second. I am about to end this episode, but before I do, I see we have two choices. He's going to cancel that job. Sounds like it's because of the location he's in, not because of the location I've put the dot. There, no, that's the forklift. It's because of the location he's in, I bet. I'll bring him out onto the road. Yeah, it's happier with that. So anyway, folks, so the way I see it, these two are our best bet. Because what have they got on them? That'll be ready to harvest next episode. That's a couple away. The combined total price of them, give me 1 second to check my trusty old calculator out. So folks, just doing the maths here a second. Right then, go back into this screen. So that's 190,466. Add to the one above it. 378. So I mean, with 100,000 loan, our interest rate. What's our loan rate right now? 100,000 loan doesn't actually work out that expensive, but it will give us those two fields. See what? The reason I bought them both together is, you guys have gathered, I'm going to cut them together. Just let me jump in this. We're going to have a look at our new piece line, because I've not actually really had a look at that section of this map a lot. So we're going to go and throw a quick look, because if there's a few trees to clear in that, and then what I should be able to do, once I've harvested both, is cut them into one field. So here's, yeah, I think I should be able to do that pretty well. If I clear some of these trees out here, I can probably cut the corner, cut this back round a bit more, cut that square out to there. There's actually not any trees in between them, which is nice. Yeah, cut the line of trees out in between them. And then we'll end up with like one nice big field. The end near enough together I can soon make that line up. A bit of a buffer because I would like these two as well, but like I say, the total cost for buying these two is a bit more eye-watering. I think I own that field at the beginning as well. Nearly 600,000. As you can see, my account right now is looking at not as good as it did, but we have not worth a lot of us have attempted. None of them any good to me. But anyway, guys and girls, we are going to leave this one here because that seems to be we're getting towards the end of the day. The weather's getting in on us. So next time we're going to have Megafield 1 to harvest, and then we're going to have 71 here to harvest. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Videos, live streams, vlogs. We have it all here. Sure, it'll be something you'll love. Please let us know in the comments what your favourite series so far has been. But until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.